YouTube, what's happening? It is Tuesday, June 10th, and we're going to talk about baseball first today. We have our 15 games on the slate that you see before you. Look at all the games. We have some pitchers that have not been decided yet. That's weird, but whatever. We're going to break these games down like we always do. We're going to look at the spreadsheet. We're going to look at props to see if we can find some value out there to bet on. We look at yesterday. We always cover the day before, so we can show you how it went. I took these plays. Cleveland didn't win, but Pittsburgh, Tampa, the Nerfy, Toronto, Dodgers, and Kelly all hit. The only two straight bets that didn't hit was Cleveland money line, and Kikuchi didn't have 3 walks. He had 1 walk. He had a great outing in 7 innings. So can't do nothing about that when you pitch great. So I would still take that bet every time. So 6-2 on the straight bets, but Cleveland losing ruined the first parlay, and then adding Milwaukee randomly. What was I thinking? Milwaukee lost, ended that parlay. So at 6-4 overall, still profit on the day. I'll take it. It could have been more, but hey, whatever. If you want the plays typed out for every sport I do or access to the spreadsheet, go to the HQ, check it out. That way you can get access to everything you need. So enough of that. Let's pop back. We have 15 games. Let's stop wasting time. Let's go find some money, shall we? First game right now. All right, first game is going to be Detroit and Baltimore. Before you ask, there's no significant weather expected for any game today. So we're not even going to cover weather because there's no point. There's no crazy rain, no crazy wind. So moving on, Detroit, Baltimore, first game. Baltimore 120 favorite, 9 is our total. Look at the spreadsheet, look loaded up, and it's just a bunch of mustard out there, just a whole bunch of yellow. That's just not good. You don't want that. We want green and red, so we have comparisons. This is the same team wearing different color jerseys. That's all that is. Let's pop over to the props to see who's pitching. Sawyer Gibson. This is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click a sign, get you a week full free. 100% free. You can cancel when you're done. Of every single game up here. It's your choice. Pick what you want. So every single, all of them. Sawyer, who's pitching for Baltimore? Let's go look. Got to pop over to the schedule. It's going to be Sawyer Gibson Long for Detroit. Cape, why is Cape Povich not having any lines? Let's open both these up this way, just so I can take a look, because I'm kind of curious, because I don't have any props, really. So, Povich, what you been doing? You done anything this season? You have. You have a 5.11 ERA and 1-4 record. What the hell? 5.4, 5.5, 2.5, 1.25. You're not too good, buddy. That's what, a 5, that's a 10, that's a 15, that's a 3 earned run average in the last 5 games. That ain't good. And let's look at the Sawyer Gibson Long. You pitched in 1 game, you started it, you went 3 innings, and you get 300 runs. You both kind of aren't the best. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. You're not the best. Let's pop over and dig a little deeper under the hood. See if we can find some information out. Matchup, Povich, history versus Detroit. We see nothing really standing out. Green got a home run, but that's it. Not many at bats to really tell. Against lefties, this is how Jordan's been this season. Baltimore versus righties, this is how they've been this season. Baltimore versus Sawyer Gibson Long, nothing. So I have 2 pitchers that are kind of eh. I have 2 bats that are kind of eh. Why would I want to bet on eh? I don't like betting on mid. I don't like mid. Mid's disgusting. I'm passing on this next. All right, game 2 is going to be Cincinnati and Cleveland. Cincinnati destroyed my Cleveland play yesterday. Let's see what they do today. Currently, I pick them basically with the 8 total. Come over here, look at the spreadsheet. We can see since he's playing better with the bats overall, it's barely. They got a 4-game winning streak. That's good to know now. Let's look at the props to see what we got cooking over here. Who is pitching? It's going to be Ciccone versus Abbott. We faded Slade last time out for hits allowed, and he hit this nicely for us. You can see he's hit it a lot. So he's going up against Cincy, who was 18th in hits, so we're not going to do that today. Abbott's strikeouts is also 4 out of 5 and 7 out of 10. Cincinnati is 12th in strikeouts. Not Cincinnati. Cleveland's 20th in strikeouts. We're not going to take that. Ciccone walks. Cincinnati is 8th in walks at 3.6 in the last 10 games, and really 3 point whatever the whole season. They're basically top 10 walks no matter what angle you want to look at. So we could be looking at some Ciccone walks. Let's take a look at that one closer, shall we? Let's get rid of that. Yeah. So last 5, he's averaging 1.8. Not good enough. I want at least 2.5 average or better, kind of like we had with Kikuchi yesterday. That looked good. No matter what the outcome was, it looked good. So let's look at the matchups. Ciccone versus Cincy. Historically, Benson has 2 home runs and 8 at bats and a 500 average and a 1.9. Benson, might want to check that out. Stevenson, Trevino both have pretty good averages. Not enough at bats though. Not enough to really have any data worthy except for Benson. Benson, any chance you're on this list? I just always want to look. You never know who's going to pop up. We have 3 dudes. Totally. We got you, same dude, and then Arias. So no Benson, sadly. So Benson doesn't matter. Sad times. All right, let's go to the other side. Cincy versus righties, there you go. Cleveland versus lefties, there you go. And then Abbott versus Cleveland, and we can see Cleveland has some good averages too, but nobody's really teed off. Nothing, again, is really standing out on this one. So we're not going to chase bets just to chase them because everything looks good. The pitchers are kind of the same. The bats are still kind of the same. It's since he's on the road, but they have a winning streak. I don't like any of that. Nothing's truly standing out. So we're going to skip and move on to the next one. All right, next up is Miami and Pittsburgh. We took Pittsburgh money line yesterday, thanks because of the stats and the pitching for Miami and how Pittsburgh's bats have been doing. They hit nicely for us. Today, we have Pittsburgh 135, 8.5. You can see the spreadsheet, and we can see Pittsburgh's won 4 games in a row now. Look at the Pirates go. Look at them actually not doing too bad. 403. Hey, I see you. If only you could do it when Skeens is pitching. Get him some run support. That'd be nice. Miami 2-8, not good at all. So Pittsburgh has a streak. They're at home, and they have a little bit better, more success with the bats. Not in the runs area, but like the averages and everything. They're just leaving people on base. You can tell easily. So let's pop over and see who's pitching. And this one we have today, Miami, Pittsburgh. It's Sandy Day. Oh, God. Now, Sandy is 80% because I think he had a good game against Colorado. Is that right? Yeah, but he still gave up 2 more runs. Other than that, he's been awful. He's been awful. Let's be honest. Let's keep it that's not. You're on the road at Pittsburgh, who's been hitting you're 11th in average, 14th in hits. I don't know about this. Sandy's been so bad. Like, even Colorado got you for 2, and Colorado's not good. That's not damn. Who are you going against? Mitch Keller? Yeah, Mitch Keller's pretty good. He's not bad. Let's go look at earned runs for Mitch Keller, too. Keller, earned runs last 5. He's averaging 2.6. He did get rocked by Houston last time, but before that, he was doing decent. Sandy, yeah, last 5, he's still averaging 4.2, even with the nice 2 spot there. Ew. Let's look at the matchups. Keller versus Miami. Historically, nothing there, except for Sanchez 0 for 11, and Stowers is 0 for 6. Damn, guys. 0 for 5, 0 for 2, 0 for 2, 1 for 3. Okay, Mitch Keller's really good against Miami. Damn. All right, righties versus Miami this season. There you go. Pittsburgh versus righties. There you go. And Pittsburgh versus Sandy. Frazier tees off on him a little bit. 15 at bats, 467 with 2 homers and 5 ribbies with a 1.4. Yeah, pretty good. Hayes 12 at bats, 417. Yeah, I think we're going to go back to what we've been doing. We have taken Sandy every single one. I didn't take the Colorado one because I said, you know what, maybe he'll have a good game. I was right. I would have lost if I took it, but I took this one and this one and this one and this one. So we're going to take it again because Pittsburgh's actually hitting the ball pretty good. So we're going to fade Sandy. I like Sandy. Sandy was literally one of my favorite pitchers like 2 years ago. Now he's like, I feel bad for him. So, but Sandy over. I'm just going to say Sandy over. What is this, 2.5 earned runs? It's minus 125 too. That should tell you something too. The line can sometimes tell a story, and it's telling you right there, like, yeah, guys, like, come on. Over 2.5 earned runs. We're going to take that. Because even if he only gives up by 2, I could see him getting pulled with bases loaded and they put somebody else in. And it's a Miami bullpen guy. Hell, I love that. Give me Sandy, 2.5 earned runs. Next. All right, we got Cubbies, we got Phillies. They are up next, and currently it is a pick'em with a 9.5 total. Spreadsheet tells us they're about the same. Philly is terrible with the bats. Cubs went from 1. Remember, we talk about this every day. They were like 1-1-1-1-1. Now they've just been doing this. Now they're getting more red showing up now. They're downtrending hard. Wow. All right. Let's go to props. See who's pitching this one because this is a all right. Colin Ray versus Mick Abel. Well, Mick Abel doesn't have any data, so it means let's look at the earned runs real quick. Let's just take a look real quick. Colin Ray over, hits allowed 4 out of 5, walks allowed 100%. Not the strongest pitcher. Let's look at the hits real quick. You're going against Philly. I can't touch this because Philly's terrible with the bats, but I can look. I can window shop. Last 2 games, earned run 6 and 6 against Cincy and, well, Cincy. Colin Ray doesn't want to play Cincy anymore. Last 2 games, Cincy has teed off on this man. All right. Mick, what do you got for us? Your last 2 games were Pittsburgh and Toronto, and May 18th and June 4th. How many innings? 6 and 5. All right, let's go to matchups. I don't like this one. Mick Abel versus nothing. Cubs versus righties. There you go. There's your stats. Philly versus righties. There you go. And Philly versus Colin Ray. And we have a lot of we have some at bats, but not much there for us. 4 for 5 with a home run from Yamuto with a 1.5. Schwarber has a home run and 1.2, but only a 375 average. And then a couple of bats, not enough to really care about. So I don't love this game. I don't like it at all. There's nothing really truly standing out. Thanks to the bats being pretty terrible. 2-8 Philly. Come on. What are we doing? 5-5 Cubbies. Falling off. Pass. Next. All right, moving on to Washington and the Mets. Eat the Mets. 156 for the Mets, 7.5 is our total. Look at here, the Mets have been cooking. Now, given they just played the Rockies for a series, so they got a 3-game winning streak, but I mean they crushed. Let's be honest. So they're doing good. Washington, kind of all over the place. They got some green, they got some red, they got some yellow. They're just wild. So let's look at who's pitching so far. Mets at home, Mets hot, Mets split the bats. That's all Mets. So especially Mets at 156, I would take that absolutely. Let's see who is pitching though. That matters. Give me somebody good. Let's see what we got. It is going to be, it's Mackenzie Gore day. Ooh, why you gotta face the Mets, man? Because Mets are really good at not striking out. And Gore's getting up there with like Scooble. It's like auto plays because he's so good at strikeouts this year. Let's look at it. Let me show you what I'm talking about because look at these numbers. He's so good at strikeouts. They don't strike out much. They're fifth in strike. My worry is that, okay, yeah, he doesn't strike out much. He strikes out a lot of people, sure. But he's even been pitching great, too. Man, he's been lighting it up. 3-4 hits allowed, nothing last two. Now, it was Seattle and the Cubs, and we know the Cubs aren't doing good right now, so they're downtrending. So, oh, buddy. All right, Gore. And Griff Canning is going out there for the Mets. Nobody cares about. Griff versus Washington. There's a whole bunch of stats. Lowe has 2 home runs and 15 at-bats, only a 200 average. Ew, not good. Righties versus Washington. Mets versus lefties. And then Mets versus Mackenzie Gore. And Mackenzie seems to, outside of McNeil, who's 7 for 10, and Marte is 4 for 5. Nimmo is, that doesn't count. Yeah, Nimmo's only 286. Yeah, so 1 or 2 guys do great. Everybody else struggles. Polar Bear, $133, not good. Lindor, $143, not good. So Mackenzie Gore does pretty good against the Mets. Oh damn, what's those K rates? I'm still tempted to take this damn strikeout rate. I'm telling you, 33, 50, 12, 50, 5, 8. Okay, maybe not. Those aren't. So some of these numbers are good, but some of them are like, ooh, can we get? Man, let's go head to head. Let's take a look real quick. So he had 7, 5, and 3. 3 was all these were last season. So. And he's better this year striking out than he was last year, I think. So, and he's on the road too. That's the only thing I don't like about this. And the Mets are hitting the ball so damn well right now. If the Mets were struggling to hit the ball, I would probably take the strikeouts, but I have to leave that alone because I can't. Now, do I take Mets to win? No. You just saw how the Gore is doing really well versus the Mets. The Mets are doing with the bats. Washington is doing average. Griff Canning, let's take a look at you. Could I dare take Washington a plus 1.5 situation? I doubt it, but I could look. You never know. Earned runs. Let's go right there. 0.33. Yeah, you're all over the place too. As much as I would love to bet this game, the smart thing is going to be just. I had to show you that. There's Griff Canning earned runs. Yeah, 0.332. Yeah. As much as I would love to bet this game, I'm going to have to do the smart thing and leave it alone. Next. All right, we skipped on 4 games out of 5 so far. What? That happens sometimes. Moving on to Tampa and Boston, and what a game they had yesterday. Went to extras, a 10-8 winner. Tampa, I think it was, something like that. Craziness. And now we have a pick 'em basically with a 9 total. Let's go back over here. Tampa 7-3, hot. And we can see both top 5 in runs still. Tampa's no longer 1. Boston's number 1 in runs scored because Boston is the hot bats out there. You can see that. Let's pop. Tell me we got a strikeout pitcher. Please tell me we got strikeout pitchers today. Please give me that, because I would love that, very much so. And we have Pepio versus Giolito. Not a single bit of green on this whole sheet. It looks like a bottle of mustard and ketchup. That's it. Disgusting. All right, can't do nothing with that. Earn runs. Let's go earn runs for Giolito. Let's take a look at these two. So far, yeah, battle of the mid over here with the pitchers. Pepio 2.0033, not bad. At last 5, averaging 1.6 on the earned runs. We look at Giolito, 3 average because he got 7.6. Either he's really good against KC, Baltimore, Atlanta, or he is awful against Atlanta again. And then Angels. You get 7 to the Angels? Really? Bro, what are you doing? Giolito, history versus a Tampa. We have home run. Not many at bats, 143. So the only time Jans hit the ball, it went far. Only time Thays hit the ball, it went far. Diaz, 250, home run. Over 12 for Belo. What? Oh my goodness. This dude is like one of the hottest dudes this year in the whole majors. And yeah, he's 0 for 12 historically. I can't trust that. Tampa versus righties. There's your stats. Boston versus righties. And then Boston versus Pepio. And we see Toy Story over here. 600 with 1.8. Not bad. Other than that, yeah, Rafael's got a 444, 1 for 2. There's nothing here. This is a rough day for bets. I'm telling you, it's rough. We don't chase just to chase. Like, this dude is really Jekyll and Hyde. He could be good, he could be bad. This dude is just good, but he can also, but 3 isn't bad, 7's bad, 3's not bad, 3's average. 002 is good. So Tampa's good. We know he's good. Let's look at how he actually is. Yeah, hold up. I got you. Let's go back. Last time he faced Boston, he gave up 6. Lucas, when's the last? You never faced Tampa, apparently. Okay, so last time Pepio faced him, again, another game. We got to leave alone. I know it's a weird one. I know. We got to leave it alone. Let's be smart here. The plays will come. Trust me, they'll come. Pass. Next. Whew, we are out here struggling to find plays. This is a profit hunt, and so far, we are coming up, and we have 1 so far. Just Sandy. Oh, man. Let's see what else we can go for. Today, we have Texas and Minnesota now. And we got 125 Minnesota with an 8.5 total. Let's pop over channel, and we can see, yeah, okay, Minnesota. See, this is what I want to see. I want to see a really good team with the bats versus a really bad team with the bats. We got one right here. Texas, they're doing better, but they're still bad. Minnesota, cooking. That's what I want to see. So we have a big lead in Minnesota. Now we need a pitching that really helps with that. I don't need somebody who's bad pitching for Minnesota. I need something that works. I want to play. So far, I have 1 play in 6 games. What are we doing? Simeon Woods Richardson, not a bad pitcher. There we go. Against Molly. Molly, how about he walks? Not good. Molly is over. He has not hit strikeouts. I think I took him under strikeouts one day. Like a week ago, or 2 weeks ago. Earned runs. Minnesota strikes out 20th. Nope. Let's open these 2 up on the earned runs and take a little peek, shall we? Let's see. Open. Because if they're equal, I'm taking Minnesota. Just tell you straight up. Especially somebody who's been hot and then gave a lot, 3-0-4 head-to-head. Last time you got rocked for 4 against Minnesota, so that's good in our favor. Let's look at that matchup historically. Minnesota. Molly versus Minnesota. Hey, Minnesota's been doing good, especially Bader's got 2 home runs in 7 at-bats, 333. Yeah, I like the history and like it. Minnesota versus righties. Texas, it doesn't say that, okay, I see why. We have confusion on the front. It says undecided here for Minnesota, but this tells me Simeon's pitching. So apparently he's going to pitch. We'll see. Could be summoned from AAA to fill the void. So they're assuming Simeon Woods is coming from AAA back up to do this because Zeby's on the IL. Okay, so we're going to assume Richardson. And Richardson was good. I mean, except for his, yeah. He's been down there about a month. Not a big deal. Not bad. I would still take Minnesota. I'm going to trust Minnesota. We're going to rock with this, I think. Because if he's the one coming up, now for some reason, even then, Minnesota's so good, I might as well just go Minnesota team total. That's what I need to go for. Let's go back these game lines. Let's come on. I mean, go this one. We want team props. We want Minnesota runs. How many runs can we get from Minnesota on the right side? 4.5? 3.5? That's over. That's under. This is over. Over 3.5 is 170. Over 4.5, 105. I'll take over 4.5. I'm going to go for that. That way we don't have to worry about Minnesota's pitch situation. We're going to go Minnesota team total over 4.5. I think they can, in a 9-inning game, especially with the way that they're playing overall with the bats, this team can get us 5 runs, especially against that matchup with the pitching and everything. Give me Minnesota team total next. All right, moving on to Yankees and Royals, and they are right now. We have Yankees 200 on the road with an 8.5 total. Spreadsheet, we come over and see both bats are doing pretty good. Casey's number 1 in batting average. How about that? Both teams, they're above average in runs, but they're stranding people on base, you can tell. Let's look at the pitching. Let's get rid of all this nonsense from last one. And we load up on Yankees. And so far we have Max Fried Fried Chicken versus Noah Cameron. Now, apparently Noah Cameron is Timothy Cameron. That's what his real name is, because look at this. Dude has been disgusting. He's been so good. But Max Fried's also good. Let's be honest. Let's say Nerfy. I mean, what else we gonna say? Look at this man. I'm gonna pull up him too. This is a premier matchup right here. Like, this dude is like what Skeens was last year, except hell, he might even be better than Skeens last year, because I mean, it's only been, how many games has it been? It's been 5, but look, 0-1-1-1-0, and he's been pitching 6-6-6-6-6. Dude is disgusting. It was Tampa, St. Louis, Minnesota, Cincy, and St. Louis. All these bats are either top or average. None of these are bad teams except since depends on when you got Cincy. Cincy's very up and down. So, but St. Louis is pretty mid, about sometimes top. Minnesota, you see they're hot right now, and that was literally the 23rd. And Tampa was in April. Yeah, Tampa's been pretty much kind of upper tier hot all season. So, yeah, dude's been pretty good. Now he's facing the Yankees, which is going to be a test because he's not only he's facing pure talent now. He's facing talent, but he's at home, which is beautiful. So, strikeout wise, he's not really a strikeout dude. Let's keep it real, keep it a buck. He ain't a strikeout dude. That's what Skeens was. He's like, okay, he's gonna wow you with the K's. No cameras is gonna wow you with some zeros because that's what he's gonna do. His hits allowed, yeah, okay. Since he got depends on which Cincy you get. He got the hot Cincy, but otherwise he does pretty good. So earned runs 2.5, cool. Let's go to Max. Max earned runs. Look at Max. This is last 10 games. He's given up. Yeah, Dodgers got him a little bit. Other than that, 0, 1, 2, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 2. Disgusting. Too good. Too average, including this nonsense from the Dodgers. You can have a bad game occasionally. So, what's our total looking at? 8.5. Under. Under how many? I mean, yeah. You see the data and everything. Yeah, I know the bats are cool, but the pitchers are too good in this one. So, do I want to rock with a Nerfy or do I want to rock with the under? Which one do I want to sweat more? I think I want to just straight up sweat the Nerfy. I'm 4-4 in the last 4 Nerfies, so I'm going to go for a Nerfy. I want to say they both come out hot. The pitchers do, and they shut down the top 3 of the lineup for each side, and we move on after we celebrate. So we're going to take the Nerfy. You could take, if you want to, oh, let me show you I didn't show you all the stops because I didn't think about it because Cameron. Max, let's see, Cameron obviously never faced him. Lefties for the Yankees, there's your lefty numbers. Some are not good. Some are not good. KC versus lefties, there you go. Some are decent, some, again, are not. Actually, everybody's pretty good against lefties except for Isbell. Everybody, wow. Max, you can see what Max has done. Kana has 2 home runs and 18 at-bats, but everybody else is kind of just there. So, yeah, we're going to rock a Nerfy in this one and move on to the next one. And yes, for those wondering, what Nerfy stands for is no runs first inning. That means you start the second inning tied at 0. That's all it means. Simple as that. Yerfy would be yes runs first inning. It means there's a runs get scored. So, there you go. There you go. I got to keep forgetting new people join every day. So, I got to keep some of the lingo needs to be explained sometimes. I got you. Don't worry. I got you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them too. We will answer. If it ain't me, one of the other commenters were, because I got some awesome people that will definitely answer some stuff for you. So moving on to Atlanta and Milwaukee. Milwaukee, you bums. You ruined my little 3-game parlay yesterday. You bums. You bastards. It's baseball. What can you do? 124 Atlanta with an 8.5 total. Look over here. We see Atlanta awful. Milwaukee good. I don't care. I don't care if it was all ones right now. I'm not trusting Milwaukee. Are you kidding me? Yep. Let's go over here. Who's pitching in this one? Give me someone good. And it's going to be right there. It was up there. Found it. Priester versus Eastbound and Down's going out there. Grant Holmes. Let's look at the earned runs and the earned runs here. And what opened a window? Oops. Earned runs for him has been pretty good. Strikeouts has not been good. Priester has been good at walks. Atlanta's not good at walks. So, Grant Holmes, yeah, you're just an average, pretty decent pitcher. You're not bad, but you're not good. You're a solid rotation piece. There we go. Let's see. Priester has been really good recently. Outside this game against St. Louis, 2-1-1-1. Pittsburgh, who is hot, we know this. Cleveland 1, Houston 1. Houston's pretty hot. Yeah, let's look at these matchups. Bautista versus Atlanta. You see the stats. Atlanta versus righties. Milwaukee versus righties. Milwaukee versus homes. Not much anywhere. I don't love this game. I don't like it. Atlanta has cost me a lot of money this season. Milwaukee's been costing me money because they just can't win the games they need to win. So I think I'm, just for my own mental clarity, I'm going to pass on this one. You can play if you want. By all means, good luck. I'm passing. Next. All right, moving on. We got Toronto and St. Louis, and Toronto's bats are still hot. Not as hot as they were, but they're still pretty hot because yesterday's game went to extras. Awesome. Crazy ending. Today we have Pick'em slightly, actually, yeah, straight Pick'em, 8.5 our total. Look over here, we see, yep, everything's top 5 pretty much, except for a couple to stand out. St. Louis, not so much. 8-2, 4-6. Yeah, the offense tells your stories right here. Let's go look at the pitching, and let's go load these 2 dudes up, and where we got them right there. Found them. And we got Mikulas versus Chris Tisket. It's time for Chris Bassett. And a lot of green up here. What we got? So strikeouts, I don't care about. Toronto is first in the league at strikeouts at 5. And they've been first for a hot minute too. So yeah, no. St. Louis is top 10 as well. I don't want to take that. Unless it's like Scooble, maybe Gore, maybe. I gotta leave those alone. I can't trust. No. Mikulas walks, no. Both are average at walks. We can't take that. Bassett strikeouts, we just said we can't take that. Mikulas strikeouts, 2.5. Are you really a strikeout pitcher? Are you doing 2.5? Come on, bro. Bassett walks, neither team does anything. So, and then everything else. So let's look at earned runs. Let's see if you both if anybody gets rocked, I'm taking the other side. I'm telling you right now. Mikulas, 3 and 4 last couple outings. Not the best. It's not the best. You're averaging 1.8 though, because Washington, KC, and Arizona. And then we look at the other side at Bassett, who earned run wise, gave up a couple 5 spots in a row. 0, 1, 0, 5, 5, 1. Man, you messing with my money. I can feel you messing with my money now. Baltimore and KC both are doing pretty well with the bats. I don't know. Philly's cold. We know that. Philly's ice cold. So that's cool. So, but the A's are hot. They're top 10 in pretty much everything. Tampa, we know is hot. We already seen them. So this is checking out. So you face a team like St. Louis, bottom 10, you should probably give up 1 or 2, maybe 3. You're facing Toronto when we see that KC and Baltimore popped off on you. So a hot team's going to pop. I think I'm taking Toronto. I think I'm gonna go with that logic. We're gonna test that logic out, see how that works. Let's look at the histories and everything too. So Mikulas versus Toronto history, and Springer has a home run, Schneider has a home run, and we got a whole bunch, not many at bats. So Toronto versus righties, St. Louis versus righties, St. Louis versus Bassett. Look at all the green. Oh man, Gorman has 2 at bats, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, 5.0. You can't get better than 5.0. 7 at bats, 1 home run, 2 at bats, 1 home run. Man, yeah, St. Louis is teeing off on him historically. I might just take the over. It was a lower scoring game yesterday, right? What was the final? It was like 4-3. Let me go back to my spreadsheet, not my spreadsheet, my ESPN. It was Toronto 5-4. I knew it was something like that. So they hit the over in extras. So that means bullpens might be a little taxed because it went to extra innings. Maybe. We'll see. I think I might take the over regardless, because St. Louis, yes, their bats are not the best currently. They have great history. And Toronto's bats are always good. And they have decent, yeah. What's the over under? 8.5? Plus 100? So, yeah. Right here, plus 100. I'll rock that. Over 8.5. Next. All right, next up we got White Sox in Houston. And let me say this. They didn't play yesterday, but apparently I read that in the last 36-ish games, the White Sox are 24-12 on the plus 1.5 run line. What? Which means 24 of those games, they have covered that plus 1.5. That is madness. And I might be doing it today, looking at these numbers, unless the pitching is way different. So currently, it's 180 Houston, plus 1.5 Chicago is minus 132. 7.5 is our total. Why I bring it up? This is why. Houston is awful with the bats recently. Yeah, they're 6-4, but they're 4-6. Look, they're doing decent. If they do decent enough, that's good. Especially if we have some average pitching. That's all we need is average pitching. We don't need amazing. Let's see what we get here. I'll switch this over to White Sox Astros. And we got Shane Smith, who is pretty good at strikeouts. He has not given up 5 hits in 4 out of 5. That's actually impressive. And then you're going against Lance McCullers, who is at 1.5 earned runs. That's never good when they got a 1.5 line. Shane Smith hits 3.22. Not bad. Earned runs 0.331. That's not bad. I could work 1.4 average. I could work with this. McCullers last 5 2.4. That's because that 7 is doing a lot of heavy lifting. 0.230. You face the White Sox earlier this year, had 3 innings but didn't give up anything. I might be taking the White Sox. Okay, we got McCullers versus the White Sox. Historically, there's your numbers there. White Sox versus righties. Houston versus righties, and then Houston versus Shane Smith, nothing there. So we have McCullers, who in the last 10 or last 5, he's only pitched in 6 games this year. His 6 games, he has earned runs and nothing in 3 of them. Strikeout wise, 8, 9, 7, pretty good. Chicago is 12th in strikeouts, so we're not going to mess with that. So let's go pop over here to Shane Smith. What are your strikeouts looking like? Really good. Houston's also really good at strikeouts, so I really don't want to mess with this. So 2025, you're averaging 5. Your number's only 4.5. You go over your average. I don't see you going under your average because Houston's, man, you've been good too. Last 5, you're averaging 5.8. But Houston is ninth in strikeouts, but they are 7.9 for being ninth. That is pretty. Yeah, I might still take that because it's only 0.2, but that's a 3-spot difference. I could work with this. I might take Shane Smith strikeout. It's only 5. He can get 5, right? 7 is 5. So, what about Lance? What about you? What could we do with you strikeout wise? Chicago's 12th, 6.5. No. Spreadsheet. So many things I want to play here. I don't know if I want to play the 1.5. I'm a little scared of that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little scared, but I kind of want to go with this Shane Smith thing, but because the bats and everything are so bad for Houston. They're playing so poorly. What could I take? That you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take +1.5, but we're gonna do more of a first 5. That way we don't have to trust Chicago's bullpen because I don't trust them at all. Let's see. So we want to go game lines. First 5 run line. Chicago +1.5. Ooh. So their lawns are not losing by 2. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. It's just +0.5. We'll say they're not losing. That would be risky. That's a little risky one. They're not losing at half at the start of the 6th. You might not agree with this, but I'm going to take this. This is going to be fun. I want to root for the White Sox, but without trusting their bullpen. So I'm going to do it. We're going to go CWS +0.5 first 5. That way, as long as they're tied or winning, they're good. Just don't be losing. I'm really trusting Shane Smith to have a great game. That's all it is. Just pitch 5 beautiful innings against Houston, who is absolutely awful with their bats, and we're good to go. Next. Okay, moving to the next game, which is going to be San Francisco and Colorado, and just a battle of the bums. That's what I'm going to call this, because I'm looking at the bat numbers, and they are just woeful. The bottom 2 scoring teams. Beautiful. What's the odds? 225 San Fran with 11.5. Well, have fun if you're betting this, because they're combining for a smooth 5.7 in their last 10 combined, and you expect them to get 11.5. You see this, right? You see how bad these 2 teams are. Yeah, they have a 5-game win streak. Their pitching is amazing recently because their bats ain't doing jack for them. So all right, let's go over here to the props. Let's see who's pitching. Sadly, who's going to throw perfect games today, because somebody might. Kyle Harrison versus Carson Palmquist. 3.5 earned runs against this team. Oh god, I can't take this game. Are you kidding me? Come on, out of here. Can't do this. This is 2025. 5, 6, 2, 4. That's his 4 games. Not a chance in hell I'm touching that. Earned runs last 5, 5, 6, 2, 0, 5. Not a chance. No. If these 2 teams had decent bats, this would be over 30. But no, not a chance. Can't do it. Palmquist versus, there you go, Giants versus lefties, Rockies versus lefties, Harrison versus Rockies. Nothing stands out. I knew this already. This is garbage. I'm going to do what this game needs to be put in the bin, rolled out to the curb, and picked up by the city. Next. Okay, we have a little bit better game now. We have the A's and the Angels, and currently we have a 144 LA with an 8.5 total spreadsheet, and we can see the A's bats have been doing great. Their pitching's been letting them down. You can see, look at this. They're the best Yerfy team, as in they have hit the Yerfy so much. They're averaging 1.4 runs per game in the first inning. That's the A's, literally. That is ridiculous. In the last 10 games, they're averaging 1.4 runs. So, and then you see the Angels. They're averaging 1 run in the first inning. This could be a Yerfy play. I have not taken a Yerfy all season, but the way today's going, I might take it. If the pitchers are not great, I might take a Yerfy just for giggles, shiggles and giggles. So we'll see. Let's pop over to the props. Let's take a look-see, shall we? Like if I had the Rockies and the Giants pitching, I would absolutely take a Yerfy all day in this one. But, yeah, there we go. Right game. Oh, I'm on the bats. How am I on the bats? How did I delete something? Bring my tab back. I broke it. There we go. It was so bad, I deleted the whole tab. That's how bad the last game was. I had to get rid of it that bad. Soriano versus Spence is our pitching. Soriano walks has been money, literally, if you want to take his walks. Earned runs, not so much. And then Spence, let's take a look at you two. So Soriano walks. Last 5, he's averaging 3.4 walks. A's, how do you do? 5th in walks at 4 a game. Could take this. I don't want to take this. I want to take something else. Earned runs, 0, 3, 3, 0, and then 7. All right, Spence, earned runs. You don't want to give me earned runs? Don't worry, I'll find my earned runs. I don't need you. Find my earned runs myself. I ain't scared of this. We're going to go Mitch Spence. Open up. Boom. Mitch Spence. Saves, that's not good when you see saves. 409, let's see how many games. He started the last game. He went 5 innings. Looks like they're converting him from the bullpen to be just a straight up starter now. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned. Not bad. Not bad against Minnesota. Pretty good stuff. So the A's, Spence is going to become a starter, and he looks like he had a great game. We'll see if he has another game like this. I don't know what to take in this one. We are going to fade Soriano a little bit, especially how he's been pitching. He pitched good. He has good games and bad games. On the road, he struggles. No, on the road, good. Home, road. Well, never mind. That doesn't make sense. Let's go to histories. Soriano versus A's. Brooker, 571 with a home run and 7 at bats, not that many. Butler, 375, 8 at bats with a home run, both 1.3, 1.8. Nothing else there. Righties versus the A's. Angels versus righties. Angels versus Spence. And you can see 417 for Logan, 400 for you, 8L, 400, 091 for Ward. Damn, dudes. Come on, guys. Buck, Nito. Ooh, some do good, some do bad. Okay. Oh, man, I thought I was going to have something good to take in this one. Shameful. I want to fade. I want to take something. I almost just want to take the Yurfie anyways, just because of how great these two teams have been for the Yurfie recently. So, ooh, all right. Smart thing. Smart play. I hate doing this. I hate this play. But smart play is no play. Let's move on. Next. I really hope you all like watch me argue with myself. Because it happens every game we get one of those games. I argue back and forth, and all of a sudden, calmer heads prevail. We pick the right option, which is no option. So moving on, Doyers and Fathers. And currently, I can't even see it. Let me load it up. It is Dodgers. No, it's a pick 'em, literally, with an 8.5 total. All right. Dodgers won yesterday because I had them on the money line. Nice stuff. The bats, yes. Padres, no. Terrible stuff. Let's come over here and take a look at who's pitching. It's going to be who? It's going to be Dodgers and Padres. There you go. Dylan Cease is going out there against a ghost because not even ESPN knows what the hell's going on in this one because it's not decided. And these games, I can't take a money line because I don't know who the Dodgers are sending out there. Yes, their bats are good, but are they sending out? Are they calling up somebody from AAA? Are they sending a bullpen? We don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. So let's come over here. At least look at what we do know. Dylan Cease is pretty good. Over strikeouts. Dodgers are 16 the strikeouts. Not a chance. Hits allowed. 4 out of 5 over. Dodgers, 8th. Nope, sorry. 2nd in hits. I was looking at the wrong number. Yeah, the Dodgers have been really good at hits. So we might be taking this one. So C's over 4.5 hits allowed. It has been hitting 4 out of 5. How well has it been hitting? It's been hitting pretty good this whole damn season. So what's your history versus the Dodgers? Dodgers, historically, E. Hernandez, 417. Conforto, 385, 13 at bats. Edmund, 1 for 2. Whatever. Tricked me. T. Hernandez, 091. Otani, 267. They don't have the best history. Against righties, Dodgers this season. San Diego, there's your stats for the whole season because that's all I have. Nobody knows who's pitching. I think I'm going to take this over hits allowed because over 4.5 is 115. He's averaging 4.9 on the season. He's averaging 5.2 lately. I mean, he's given up a little bit more. And the fact you're going up against literally the number 2 team in hits is what I want to play. Definitely want to tail a team with 9.9 hits per game. That means they're averaging over a hit per inning. If Cease goes 5 innings, statistically, he should have 5 hits allowed, which means we win. Cease over 4.5 hits CASE, over 4.5 hits allowed. And let's move on to that last game. All right, last one is Seattle and Arizona. We have Arizona, it's slightly in Arizona with a 9.5 total. Interesting. Look at the numbers and kind of a mush, just a mash of just stir fried. I'm seeing stir fry here. That's all I'm seeing. I'm seeing the peas. I'm seeing the carrots. I'm seeing some peppers. That's too much. Let's go. Let's go over here. Who's pitching this one? Oh man. Let's see. And we have PFAS going out there. Oh no. Over is 100%. Of course it is, because this dude forgot how to pitch against Logan Evans. I don't know much about Logan Evans, but I know you have not been good. You started off the season great, and all of a sudden something happened to you, and just like something. I anticipate him all of a sudden having an injury. He goes on an injury list for about 15 days. I can see that happening. I know sometimes I do that. Like they're struggling so bad. Like, oh, there was an injury we didn't know about. It, fighting through it. Yeah, apparently, because look, 4, 3, 3, 8. Remember, this 8 was all in the first inning with no outs. Beautiful. And then Atlanta, you get 5 to the Braves. Come on. And Logan Evans, earn runs. Let's see, 130. You are Mr. Jekyll and Hyde yourself. And you're averaging 1.8, but you are very hit and miss. You're facing Arizona. Let's see. See, Brandon versus Seattle historically, not enough data to really worry about. Righties, there's your righties. Arizona versus righties, Arizona versus Logan, nothing. So we want to fade. Do I trust you at all? I'm gonna fade Brandon for sure. But how am I gonna fade you as well? Because you 4 against the White Sox. That's interesting. Both teams are doing D. Like I said, this is a mush. This is a mix and match of just random things. Nothing's really like, okay, eighth, seventh in hits, eighth in earned runs. I might take this over. It's 9.5 though. Why? Why is it so high? They know something we don't know. You know what? I'm gonna take it. I have very little plays. I'm on the fence, but I'm gonna go for it. Over 9.5. We're gonna fade both pitchers, just in case. I can see the Diamondbacks teeing off on you a little bit. It could absolutely happen, and I damn sure can see Seattle teeing off on you. Absolutely. So give me the over. Let's end it right there. Tomorrow is Wednesday Day, and you can see all the plays we have. 15 like usual. There's our games. There's our pitching matchups. Anybody good? Anybody stand out? Sure. Yeah, there's some decent ones on there. So I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. Let me know in the comments what you're playing or if I missed something, because I'm not perfect. I mess up occasionally. It happens. Check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out in a nice list, or you want access to the spreadsheets. Those are going to become an app real soon. I'm almost finished with it. Yeah, a web app, not like a full-blown app, but it's going to be a web app so you can actually scroll on your phone and laptop or whatever. It's awesome. So big upgrade from Google Sheets. So other than that, yeah. Appreciate being here. I'll see you tomorrow on Wednesday for some more MLB. Peace.